Hey everybody, welcome to Flat Broke Outdoors. I am Blaine, and we are on our way to find us another good camping spot up in the National Forest. I think we have been back long enough to do a load of laundry, and that's about it. Buy a couple groceries. I think we've been home. I think today is day number 2 I've been home, but we got, when I was looking at the long range forecast, it was nothing but rain coming up and chilly and whatever. So not much to do around the house, garden wise in the rain and stuff. So I thought, might as well go camping. So anyway, we are on our way, boys and girls. See what we can get into down here. See if we can find us a spot and get set up good. I guess I'll see y'all when we get there. All right, everybody, we have found a spot. As you can see, I brought the trailer this time just because it's supposed to start raining tonight or sometime in the wee hours, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning anyway. So, and then rain for the next 3 days. So why I did that is I plan on staying at least a couple of days, and the rooftop tent, it doesn't leak a drop. You'll stay dry as a bone in there no matter what the weather is. But when it's time to pack it up, you gotta, the sides of that tent go inside, and then that gets your mattress all damp, and then you gotta dry all that out. So anyway, so instead of doing all that, I just brought the trailer. But anyways, let's take a look around here. We got nice views. Got a little trash to pick up, nothing major that I can see right off. Got real nice views of some other mountain tops. Yep. They left us a little bit of scrap wood in the fire pit there. But I'm not going to use that fire pit. I'm going to use my little portable fire pit. But I might scavenge some of that little wood out of there. Burn that up. Might as well while I'm here. Anyway, out through there, there's a few things we'll pick up around here. Some of the stuff I will not pick up. I refuse to pick up toilet paper. I just won't do it. Not gonna. But anyway, I'm going to start getting this rig set up. I got a little bit of leveling to do between the truck and the trailer. But anyhow, I will get that taken care of, and then I'll get back with y'all in a little bit. Hey everybody, welcome back. I got everything mostly set up. The sun has began to set over the mountain over there, but there's cloud in front of it, so you ain't going to be able to see it very well. Got a fire going. I'm sure y'all remember what those look like, but we haven't had one in quite a while due to the high winds. But there's relatively not even a breeze right now, so we're doing pretty good. A little bit of a breeze. Got everything set up. I haven't got any coffee started yet. I'm going to start a pot of coffee and get that on. And then I guess we'll try to figure out something for supper. I've got quite a few things to choose from. We haven't really roasted anything over the fire in a while, so we might do that. I got something in there, some sausages or hot dogs or something. I can't really remember, but we're going to eat something because I'm pretty sure it was about 7:30 or 8 o'clock this morning since I ate. So I'm hungry. I'm real hungry. It is pretty close to 6 o'clock. Well, like I said, we got everything set up. We're calling for rain late tonight, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and all day tomorrow, and then all day the next day. So we're going to do what we can. We're going to make the best of this. Anything is better than sitting around the house watching TV. If you can't do yard work outside, this is prime garden season. If it's raining and you can't turn over any dirt, anything like that, might as well be camping. So anyway, we got the tarp set up in the best configuration to shed water off our workspace. Kitchen's fine. We got access to in and out of the camper. So everything should be good. Like I said, I'm going to get some coffee started, and I'll bring y'all back when I finally come up with something to cook for supper. Hey everybody, welcome back. Got my coffee fixed up here. I'm going to get some of these, every time I find a different brand of these jalapeno smoked sausages in the store, I buy each brand that I can think of. And, I'm trying to figure out which one is the best. So far, I've had the Johnsonville, which were really good. I've had the Walmart brand, which were just fine. And this brand is Eckrich. So we will see. Excuse me. We will figure it out. And then we'll just always buy the best ones. It ain't rocket science. You just have to try each one of them. That's all. I'll tell you what, the idea of a telescoping hot dog stick is pretty good. But they really should have beefed this bad boy up some. This thing worries me every time I use it. But anyway, we're going to get these rascals roasted up. Oh, don't be turning on me now. What's the old handle? I'm going to have to do something with that. Put some JB Weld on that bad boy or something. It just spins around, does what it wants to. I'll never burn my mouth with this coffee if I got to keep dealing with this stick. Whoa. Yeah, this is fine evening. It's not it's not really cool at all yet. I mean, it's cooling down just a little bit, but it's very tolerable. I really meant to put my regular roasting stick in the truck, and I forgot. It's in the shed, I think. I keep forgetting to put it in there. I hardly know what to keep in the trailer and what to keep in the truck since I don't always have both of them, but so far it hadn't been too bad. I mean, I've had a few things in the trailer when I didn't bring it that I really wanted, but I'm considering taking the back seat out of my truck and building some storage in that back part, because it's a pretty rare occasion that anybody ever rides in the back seat of my truck. My wife has a car, so we don't absolutely have to take the truck if we got more than 2 people. But that would allow me to keep a lot more stuff just in the truck rather than trying to keep it in a trailer. I like to have my air compressor with me. It's a pretty small air compressor, but it'll pump up to 150 pounds of pressure pretty quick. You don't have to wait long, and it's super quiet. It's the quietest air compressor I've ever heard. And it works really good, and it's fast. I always have it if I have my 4-wheelers with me, or one or the other of them, just because you just never know when you're going to catch a thorn or a piece of glass or something, and you need to plug a tire. So it's best to have that air pump with you. I have a spare for my truck and a spare for that trailer, but I'd rather plug it with it still on the vehicle rather than pull it off and change a tire. Matter of fact, I don't know if I can change a tire right now with my shoulder being all goofy. I don't know if I told y'all, I had a doctor's appointment yesterday. I think it was yesterday with my orthopedist. I had that MRI, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago now. And so I went and seen him about what the MRI had to say. And he said my rotator cuff was healing great. He said, the problem is there's some major inflammation in the joint. Well, when he was in there fixing my rotator cuff and some tendons and something else, he scraped out all the arthritis out of my joint. And I don't know, I guess it isn't healing fast or something. I don't know. Or he might have did it with a dirty pocket knife, as far as I know. I was asleep. But it ain't good, so I'm not supposed to be lifting anything for 6 weeks. And he gave me some new anti-inflammatory medicine to take, which I still haven't picked up yet. I forgot it today, but I'll get it quick as I go back home and see if it helps, because it's probably as painful now as it was when the rotator cuff was bad. So I don't really know what to think about it. I know I don't like pain a whole lot. I've learned to live with a bunch of it, but when it becomes a sharper pain than it ever used to be, that's when it becomes a little harder to deal with. I can rarely sleep through the night if I turn over on it, or if I do anything out of the ordinary with it. Well, it really causes me a lot of pain. But hopefully we're on the right track. Anyway, we got the tendons and tissues fixed. We just got to get rid of the joint inflammation there. It's probably that old arthritis coming back. I got that stuff so bad in my hands, I can hardly use my hands from day to day. I don't know, I think Father Time is kicking my butt. I think I'm paying the price for all the stuff I did when I was young, I guess. When I was young, and older people would talk about how, they have to sleep on a nice bed and this and that. I used to think, well, what in the world's wrong with you? I could lay down on this ground, on these rocks, and go to sleep. Wouldn't bother me. But I'm not that way anymore. I like to be comfortable. I'm seriously considering putting a little thicker mattress up in that rooftop tent. Not that it's so, I've slept a bunch of nights in that thing now, and with nothing but the stock mattress in it, which is only about 2 inches. And, I get by all right, but sometimes I wake up with a stiff back. Oh, these sausages smelling good. Well, with the way technology advances, it'd probably be no time before we have smell-o-vision on YouTube. Oh, crazy squirrel. He must know squirrel season's out too. Boy, that thing is nutty as a fruitcake. Boy, they got me surrounded. I don't know if I told y'all, one trip or another I was on, I was in a rooftop tent, and I had it parked pretty much right beside a tree. And it was later in the night. I was in there laying down, and I heard something scuffling around outside. I'm like, what in the world? Must be a coon or an armadillo trying to get into my garbage or something. I didn't think a whole lot about it. And then directly, that sound kept getting closer and closer to me. Well, pretty soon I unzipped the window on that tent, and I looked out, and it was a doggone chipmunk looking me straight in my eyes. I thought, boy, you are bold. I don't know what he was after. Up that tree, I don't keep no food. I don't take no food up in the tent or anywhere I sleep, just because this is bear country, believe it or not. And I don't want Yogi or Boo Boo trying to get in my tent with me just because I wanted a snack. I either lock that stuff up in the truck or in one of them camping boxes. So far, I haven't had any critters get into my camp boxes at all, which is surprising. Boy, these squirrels are running crazy. There's a fat rascal. And squirrel season did just go out into February. It comes back in May, I think. It doesn't stay out very long. You can about hunt squirrels year round, minus 2 or 3 months. Whoa. I don't really when I eat sausage and hot dogs like this, I don't generally eat buns at all. I usually have something to go along with it. This time I got some jalapeno hummus and some crackers, and I think I got a few chips over there or something. But I'll eat these bad boys caveman style with a little barbecue sauce, and then eat some of that hummus, which is good. You know where I was camped on that last camping trip a couple days ago? When I was coming out, it's a good couple 3 miles back there to where I was through the woods. And when I came out to the main gravel road, I noticed something to my left, and I looked over there, and it was a sign saying that that particular part of the property was part of a prescribed burn coming up between uh, now and May 5th, I think it was. But man, I thought, wow, that's the kind of stuff I need to be reading before I go in there, not catching it on my way out. But I would assume before these folks set some stuff on fire, they check around for anybody back there. 'Cause I know when that last one, when we were really close to the fire, there was an airplane flew over me 3 or 4 times throughout the time I was there. I guess check, make sure the fire wasn't getting out of hand. But I think if they thought I was in any danger, they would let me know, I would imagine. I got my wood stacked up under that tarp, so even if it is raining tomorrow, we'll still be able to have us a fire. I don't know if I want to light it under that tarp or not, but if I light it right there by the edge where not a whole lot of rain can get on it, we'll be able to enjoy a fire in the morning, because it's supposed to be raining in the morning. We're going to hope it ain't, but that's just kind of luck we have. Of course, I don't really care. It don't matter to me. It can rain all day if it wants to. I'll sit in there and watch movies or something. I got a couple of Louis L'Amour books I need to read. I'm sure I have probably read them all at one point or another over the years. I'm a big Western book fan, like Zane Grey and Louis L'Amour. I got another book, and I don't remember the name of it. It's not a Western. It's kind of, I think it was written right around the beginning of COVID. There's a lot of talk about COVID and things in the beginning of the book, but I got, I don't know, 4 or 5 chapters into it and stopped reading it for whatever reason. But I like to read in that downtime. I have pretty good internet here, but it's sometimes you get so bored looking at the internet, and I can't tell you how many hours of YouTube I have watched over the years, but it's a lot. All right, y'all. Well, I'm sure this is probably boring you to tears watching me roast these sausages over this fire, so I'm gonna cut y'all a break, finish roasting my sausages, and I'm gonna eat, drink a little more coffee, and I'll get back with y'all in a little bit. Hey, everybody. I have enjoyed my supper. It was good. I've let my fire burn down to a manageable level. I do believe I'm going to call it a night. I don't think I was filming earlier when apparently some jets went over and there was a sonic boom. Like to made me jump straight out of my skin. But anyway, I don't have any access to quick local news, so I texted my wife and let her know, and then she promptly told me what it was, and she was right. But man, I could feel it shook me all the way through my ribs. It was the craziest thing. I turned out all the lights so I could see up in the sky to see if there was any bomb blast going on. But anyway, it was just a sonic boom, but boom it was. I wish I could have got it on video because y'all could have seen me jump straight up to the ceiling like a cartoon cat. But anyway, it's just now getting a little cooler where that fire was feeling extremely good. But it's about time for me to turn in because I'm an early riser and it'll be coffee time before you know it. So I guess I will see y'all in the morning, just about coffee time. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's a little after 5, about 10 or 15 minutes after 5. It is raining at a pretty good clip. Trying to find a way, maybe y'all can see the rain. Yeah, I'm sure y'all can hear it. But my microphone is just that good. A little lightning there. But anyway, I'm about to get some coffee rolling. And I mean, it's not super cold and you want a jacket on, but it could be a lot worse. But anyway, I'm going to do this and I will get back with y'all in just a little bit. Whew, hey y'all, I got out there and built me a little fire, pulled that fire pit kind of up under the edge of the tarp, kind of out of the rain a little bit. I got a fire going. Boy, the storm just got worse. It's raining plumb sideways out there. The wind blowing the rain up under my tarp. It's cold. So I thought, I'm going to get back up in that trailer for a little while, drink my coffee. I got some coffee made. I thought I'd come in here and just kind of wait the storm out a little bit. I didn't look at the radar, but I feel like as hard as that wind was blowing, it's just a front passing through. It's just starting to calm down a little now, but it was a bad lightning storm, a lot of lightning out there. Oh. You know, I don't mind rain, but when it's coming sideways, it's a little hard to work with. Plenty windy. I had a good fire going too. It was really starting to warm up. It's a good thing I had put my wood under the tarp. I just took my little hatchet, split up 2 or 3 pieces and put on there and got it started good. But it was just, that wind was too much, blowing that rain in there, getting my britches wet. But anyway, we're going to sit up in this camper and drink some coffee and maybe catch a YouTube video or something. And then when that wind calms down a little bit, we'll get back out there and cook some breakfast. Hey everybody, welcome back. I finally got out of the camper. The rain slacked up a little bit. I kind of pulled my fire pit up here under the edge of this. Put this old poncho up here for a windbreak and pulled the back side of my tarp. That wind was just blowing that rain right across here. So I pulled that tarp down in the back and everything seems to be all right now since the rain eased up. I got my gloves up here drying. I was out there in the rain monkeying around with them tent stakes trying to, pull that side of the tarp down. But I ain't complaining. I could be doing a lot worse stuff than this today. Yeah, get us some of this coffee. Yeah. There we go. I got that coffee sitting over here on a low fire, keeping it warm, and it's doing its job. But man, that wind is coming across there pretty good still. I tell you this one wind poncho has come in handier than I ever thought it could. I don't know what I did without it. It has. I've only ever used it for a wind block. I haven't used it as protection from the rain yet, but I'm sure I will. I thought I was going to have to put it on this morning when that big storm was coming through and it was raining nearly sideways through here, but could be a lot worse. It could be snow at 20 below zero, I guess. But it is March now, so we should be looking forward to a lot better weather, a lot warmer for sure. I got no complaints. Coffee's warm. We've got plenty to eat. We got decent heat. It's not melting my tarp that I can tell. So we must be doing all right. My gloves are getting dry, probably shrinking up where they won't fit my hands anymore. Burn the baby. Whew. Yeah, this is all right. Haven't had any traffic by. We're right off the road. No traffic at all today. Where we were 3 camping trips ago, I think, was just right up here. You take a little road. I mean, I could see the road. You take it back about 2 miles back and it opens. It was one of the, I'm trying to remember what trip that was. I believe it was the trip when I was going to showcase that truck tent and it didn't fit. It didn't fit my truck and I had to go back and get the trailer. That's where it was. But anyway, it's back across there over on the next ridge. Really good camping spot back there. But I figured I would catch this one. I was running just a little bit late yesterday. Well, I wasn't running late because I wasn't on a time schedule, but I was going to be pressed for time trying to find a spot and get set up. When I always say I'm looking for a spot, I mean, I know where there's tons of spots. But I'm looking for a new spot. I like to go to new places and stuff. And I mean, I have the last, I think, 3 trips I've been camping in the edges of those open areas. But I prefer to be in the woods, somewhere where I'm surrounded by woods. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here and let y'all get back to doing whatever you was doing for a minute, and then we'll talk about breakfast a little bit later. Now that the wind has calmed down and ain't affecting the flame on my stove, we should be in good shape. We'll see if we can't get us some bacon frying here pretty quick. Hey everybody, welcome back. You're probably thinking I haven't made it too far since the last time you saw me, but I did actually cook breakfast and all that stuff, and it was good, but it keeps sprinkling off and on, and the wind will pick up and slack back off. It's just kind of cool out. It's kind of a lazy day, I think. I'll probably sit around this fire for a little while longer and maybe watch a movie. I got some downloaded on my iPad. Smoke burning my eyes out. Whew, good Lord. So I don't know what the weather's supposed to do the rest of the day, but the sun came out for a minute, started warming up good, and then it was all over after that. I think I'm sitting a little too close. Oh, goodness. Anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know what I was up to, which isn't much. But like I said, I did the breakfast and I cleaned up all the dishes, all that stuff. Plan on cooking a pot of, whew, good Lord. Anyway, I'm going to cook a stew a little later. I put that on. I had every intention of bringing my Dutch oven and doing it over the fire, but I think I'm in some kind of cognitive decline because I sure walked right out of the house, left my Dutch oven sitting by the door. But we do have another pot big enough to cook a beef stew in, so we will do that a little later this afternoon. So I'm going to let y'all get back to what you were doing. I'm going to watch a movie, and it'll seem like about that long. Hey, everybody, we'll welcome back. As you can see, the rain isn't going to slack up at all, apparently. Excuse me. I think I should probably be using this free time to build an ark, but I haven't checked the weather, but I mean, I can look up and see what it's doing. It gave me a false sense of hope a little earlier, and then sure enough, it just started raining again. It's got my fire mostly put out. I mean, it's smoldering away over there. I could save it if I wanted to, but I can't sit out there by it, so it ain't really doing me much good. I've been scheming on getting that stew put on, but I just decided to make another pot of coffee instead. I only made a little bit this morning. I think I only had 2 cups, but when it's nice and chilly and rainy like this, you kind of just want to be lazy and drink coffee. Hopefully the noise of that rain ain't drowning y'all out too much. When I come out there and grab that camera off the tripod, I'll pan back towards you and show you my setup, what keeps my camera lens dry. But anyway, I just wanted to bring y'all up to speed and let you know that I'm still here, still alive, and I haven't floated off yet, but I ain't far from it. It stays really dry under here. So I really don't have any complaints. I have enough warm clothes. I can stay as warm as I want to be. Or I can get up in that trailer and take a nap, whatever I want to do. It's just going to be one of them lazy days, I guess. But anyway, I'll come grab y'all off that tripod and show you what you're sitting on. All right, y'all, that's the setup. That's the tripod setup right there. What it is just one of the umbrellas off of one of my tree stands that I just got zip tied to my tripod there. But anyway, it works. Poor folks got poor ways. But anyway, I'm going to get off here and I'll holler at y'all in a little while. Hey, everybody, welcome back. I finally decided I better get off my lazy carcass and get this stew started before it gets too late. Whoa, got a man down. So anyway, that's what I'm doing, getting a stew started. Everything's just sticking. Might have my fire up a skosh too high. There we go. Now we're in business. All right, now I got to cut up an onion. And I got a can of mixed vegetables to go in it. I'm going to cut up an onion in there. And then I got some seasoning to go in there. So it should turn out good. Just trying to clean up some of my stuff here. right, now we'll cut that onion up in just a second. If I can remember what in the world I did with it. Shoot, there we go. I found my onion and my potatoes that are going in here at some point together. Whew. Well, this onion was just about to expire, ladies and gentlemen. It's a good thing that we dug it out of there. Yeah, we're going to get this and a little seasoning in that meat. Get it browned up. Put a little water in there and let it cook down. I want that meat to be nice and soft, where it just pulls apart. Yeah, let me crack a little salt and pepper in this unit. And yeah, there we go. Mm. A little onion powder in there goes a long way. All right, I did get some new hot sauce, kids. It's the name brand on it's Yellowbird. It's a Serrano hot sauce. We're gonna give that a shot in our stew a little later on. I haven't eaten it on anything yet. I did take a little taste last night, and it's hot. You know, I've eaten some Serrano peppers, and I don't remember them being that hot. That hot sauce is pretty warm. I don't think you want to get too crazy with it. But yeah, I don't think you do. But anyway, I'm going to finish browning this meat. We'll let that stew go to cooking, and I'll get back with y'all in just a little bit. All right, everybody. I believe we can call this stew. All right. Let's see if we can get some up out of here. Yeah, looks good. Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, I think I might just leave that cup in there. That may or may not be done. It's a little hard to say at this time. Move my utensils over there. All right, y'all hang on. It's going to be a rough ride for a second. There we go, folks. That is the outcome right there. Now I'm going to kick back with this bowl of stew over by the fire. Hey everybody, welcome back. I just got done eating some of that stew. I think I might have been overserved. But anyway, it was pretty good stuff. It was really good, but it wasn't quite as good as the seasoning for stew that my wife makes up, puts in a jar for me. I just ran out. I had just a little bit left, but not near enough to make a whole stew. So that package of seasoning came from the store, and then some addition from the seasonings I had in the box. But it was still good enough. I ate a bowl and a half of it, and that was about all I could do with. Now I got my fire going good. It's a little bit cool out. Hasn't rained in a while. That's good. Hopefully it'll be a dry morning for when I pack this stuff up, because I think I am going to go home tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. And I'm sure we'll do breakfast before I go. I still got to put that stew away and do the dishes. So I still got my work cut out for me while I still got a little bit of daylight left. It's been kind of a real quiet day today as far as anything I was doing. I tried to take a nap, couldn't get that done. I watched a little YouTube, been listening to an audio book for a couple of hours. It's a really good one, but it's a long book. I think it's maybe like 11 hours long, but it's a good way to pass the time when you don't have a lot to do. You know, on a rainy day like this, there's not a lot to do in the camp really, other than cook a stew and listen to an audio book. I didn't film a whole lot of the beginnings of the stew cooking. You know, it's just a bunch of cutting up vegetables and meat and stuff. That kind of stuff gets kind of boring. But anyway, it was really good. This fire is excellent. It is hot, feels real good. I've been kind of chilly all day, but this fire, I rekindled it after it finally stopped raining, and you know, it caught right up, going good. So I'm probably gonna sit around the fire for quite a while tonight. It's just, I don't know, about 5:45, so I got plenty of time and enough wood to keep me going until I get ready to get in the camper and maybe watch a movie, maybe not, I don't know. I've got some on there, but I tell you what, I downloaded a couple. I don't know how I did it. I must not have read what they was about. They were futuristic movies. One was it was set in like 2065, and I don't even remember what the other one was set in. But I didn't watch them. I didn't get hardly past the first 10 minutes of them. That kind of stuff does not catch my attention very well. I'm kind of a western and war movie, and you know, a good comedy every now and then. But I don't care too much about futuristic stuff. I don't, you know, I take everything one day at a time. Whatever the Lord gives me, I'll take. And you know that when He's done giving it to me, I'm done taking it. You know, it'll be time for me to pass on. But I do not put a lot of thought into futuristic stuff. I just kind of roll with the flow with that kind of stuff, and you know, as it's happening, I may or may not catch on to it. But other than that, I don't much care for it. But anyway, I'm not going to continue to bore y'all with my chitter chatter. I'm going to go do those dishes while I still got a little bit of light to function by, and I will catch y'all probably in the morning. Hey, good morning, everybody. It is morning of day 3. It is cold and rainy, and time for some coffee. Now, what I've done, oh, good gracious alive, I'm gonna burn my fingerprints off. What I've done there was just heat up some I had made yesterday afternoon. You know, when I got some left in the pot, I don't want to waste it, so I'll heat it up and drink it the next morning. But I'll probably make a pot of fresh. I looked on the radar and the weather to see if there was going to be a break in the rain, and there is at some point this morning. So it's around 7 o'clock now, so like around 10 or something, it's gonna be a break in the rain. I don't know if it'll be enough to get all this. It ain't gonna dry this stuff out, that's for sure. but it rained all night long. It's got you can see there, I don't know if y'all can see it, but there's just one little dry patch left on the ground, just right around the kitchen area. Everything else it rained so much that the water just kind of made its way under here, but it wasn't horrible, I guess, and it could be a lot colder, but it's definitely chilly. Everything's wet, miserable. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for breakfast yet. And we may not even have a lot of choices. I know we got some bacon and we got some eggs, and I'm not sure what else we have. Oh, I am sure. My wife sent some of those pancakes with me. So I think we're going to have bacon, eggs, and pancakes this morning. So, hey, that might be a little brighter morning than I thought at first. I just remembered that. I remembered seeing them in the refrigerator. So, anyway, I'm going to drink this coffee, make a pot of fresh, and then we'll think about getting that breakfast put together. Hey everybody, welcome back. We had a little short break in the rain, long enough to pack all this stuff up, and now it's raining again, so I guess we got it just in the nick of time. But it is time for me to go home. Had a good time. Too bad it rained the whole time, or nearly the whole time. That first night was pretty good up to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, but anyway, we still had a good time, cooked some good food, enjoyed myself. So I guess I will see y'all next time in the woods.